Yadav scored a blistering 49-ball 100 to give Mumbai Indians a 27-run win over Alzarri, Joseph and Odin Smith's Gujarat Titans in match 57 of the Tata IPL on Friday. Yadav muscled 11 fours and 6 sixes in his unbeaten knock of 103 to lift Mumbai to a mammoth 218 for 5 of 20 overs. Rashid Khan took 4 for 50 with the ball to take the purple cap away from Yuzvendra Chahal, who got it just a day earlier. Now the Titans then fell short of their target, seeming as if they would be dismissed for below 130 at one point, but a valiant 74 not out from Rashid Khan lifted them to a respectable 191 for 8 in 20 overs. This is how the table looks after that result. The Mumbai Indians jumping now into third spot and within 2 points of leaders and defending champions Gujarat Titans, and the Mumbai Indians getting a win there to move up to 14 points. Chennai Super Kings on 15 and the Titans on 16. The teams ahead of them at the moment. Rajasthan Royals occupying a playoff position at the moment on 12 points, 4 points off the lead. But there are teams right on the fringe of qualifying for the playoffs. Lucknow Super Giants on 11, Challengers Bangalore, Knight Riders and the Kings all on 10 points, occupying positions 6, 7, 8. And the Sunrisers, Hyderabad and Delhi Capitals bottom of the table at the moment on 8 points. Gerard Morseely now joins us in studio to discuss what happened today. We saw some blistering knocks in the IPL in the last 48 hours, the latest from Yadav today. And we can't say, Gerard, that we're surprised, because Yadav has certainly, based on form and his current rating as a T20 batsman, in the top 3, I think, in world cricket in T20. Amazing, but not surprising.
No, definitely not surprising. And I think today was just the innings that has been coming for a long time. I mean, he got really close a couple of games ago, but now he's really gotten over the line. And Suryakumar Yadav, of course, showing his class, his temperament as well. I mean, he was when the score was 160 for 4, when he brought up his half century, he was batting 34 deliveries in. It was a 17th over. And then from there, he just changed gears, and it was a masterful display of power hitting. And by the 18th over, he was at 73 not out. So it just shows that he knows how to handle the innings, how to pace his innings. And after he got to that half century mark, he just knew that it was time for him to push. There were a couple overs left, just 3 overs left, 18 deliveries, and he was about to hit them away.
Yeah, I was extremely impressed by his ability to score all around the wicket. I'm always impressed by batsmen capable of doing that. And he was especially good with the sweep shot, as we just saw with him bringing up his 100. But just overall, his ability to hit all parts of the field, fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, not many batsmen in the world have a talent for hitting the ball all over the ground. Normally, batsmen have a predominant side that they hit the ground. Of course, we know that a player like Sangakkara scored a lot of his runs in the covers. Pollard, when he played T20 cricket, scored a lot of his runs down the ground. But if you look at innings that Suryakumar Yadav have played before, there is no clear area in the ground where he scores all of his runs. He's just particularly strong, for sure, with the sweep shot, as you mentioned, Ricardo. But if you can say that he scores 40% of his runs through the leg side, 20 down the ground or whatever, there is no wagon wheel that you can look at that says that is consistently stronger on one side of the field and is really good.
And just to look at his performance today, he had 53 runs on the onside, 50 runs on the offside. And then if you broke it down in terms of behind square and in front of square, down the ground, he was 54 runs and then 49 more square of the wicket and backward of square. So that just proves the point.
Not only that, there was another stat that I saw from Suryakumar Yadav when he was playing. 90% of his innings the deliveries were middle, off the bat. He doesn't miss many deliveries. The other 10% were missed deliveries. But it just shows that he's very confident in striking the ball. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows the deliveries that he's going to go after. And if he does miss the ball, I think the bowlers better count their blessings, because That's a rare occasion right now. Very rare occasion.
Yeah, Gerard, you played a lot of cricket in Barbados. Rashid Khan, how disappointed he would be today. 74 not out and 4 wickets. That was a contribution that deserves something.
Rashid Khan did not get any support from his team yesterday.
Yeah.
When Yadav scored the century, when they went out to bat, well, you should have seen how they walked off the field. It was almost as if the leaders on the table were gutted.
Yes.
How did this man score a century? How are we going to win this game? It's like they forgot how to chase down 280 runs. When they lost the first wicket, that is where the innings went further down, because nobody seemed interested in, and credit to Mumbai Indians because they bowled brilliantly. I thought they did. But Rashid Khan seemed to be the only person today throughout the entire game who was willing to fight. He took 4 wickets for 50 runs and bowled brilliantly, might I add, even when he was taken away, when the game was taken away from him a bit, from Yadav. That didn't stop him from being as aggressive as he normally is with the ball. And then in the end, when he came out to bat, the score was like 108 for 8.
Yeah.
And from there, it just seemed as if he was willing to fight to the end, or at least try to get their net run rate improved. But he just simply didn't have the support.
Yeah, are you disappointed at the intensity shown by the Gujarat Titans today? Top of the table, 16 points, so on the brink of guaranteeing a top 2 finish to ensure they have 2 bites at the cherry to get in the final. And you think that would have been motivation enough to really go out there and finish the business today?
I just think today was their due bad game. Every team is due a bad game, and I think today was the bad game for them. They've been playing brilliantly throughout the entire tournament, no doubt about that. But I just think today they missed the mark. I did see a lack of intensity in the game for sure today from them, especially in the field where they're usually really good. But I just think it wasn't their day today.
Yeah, how dangerous is this Mumbai Indians setup? They now have 7 wins this tournament, but 4 of those have come in their last 5 matches, and they seem to be timing it really well for the back end of this IPL campaign.
This is nothing new to Mumbai Indians. we have seen them stumble at the start of IPLs previously, and then they just know how to pick up the pace at the end. I just think it is a case where they have to find their rhythm, get their starting 11 correct. They didn't have to make many changes this time. Of course, Jofra, Chris Jordan coming in for Jofra Archer. They still have that good mixture of spin, pace, and of course the dominance at the top that can take away a game from you from the time they bat. And then we've seen it time and time again. If Rohit Sharma does not perform in this team, it is not going to affect them as we saw today. It's not going to affect them as bad as we. So nothing new from Mumbai Indians, nothing to be concerned about. This is a trend that they have for people. And mind you, a lot of teams who go on to win the IPL start out rocky. When Chennai won in 2018, they almost didn't make it to the playoffs because of how badly they performed in the first part of the tournament. So you don't have to worry anything.
And having said that, maybe the Titans fans may worry a bit because they have now lost 2 of their last 4 matches, which underlines how well they have done in the preliminary round, because they are still leading and they have lost 2 of their last 4. But you are right, when they get into the playoffs, the teams have to ensure that they're peaking and getting their best performances on, because what happens in the preliminary stage of the competition is only important to get into the playoffs. After that, your preliminary round performances amount to 0.
Yeah.
I don't think Gujarat Titans have to worry a bit too much though, because the fans know that this team is really good. I think at this point in time they're getting a little bit complacent. And that's what they need to work on, making sure that they understand that every team wants to get into the playoff as much as they do. So even though they are almost there, 1 foot in the door, they still have to improve and continue that level of intensity and consistency and ensure that they get into the playoffs and then probably go on to defend their championship successfully. Yeah,
I want to have a look at the table again, just to make this point quickly as we look ahead to tomorrow's match, Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Lucknow Super Giants. Now, you'll see that Lucknow, they've now gone down to 5th position by virtue of that victory for the Mumbai Indians today, but they do have a game in hand. Sunrisers, though, 10 matches, which means they have 4 more matches to go and can get to 16 points. So mathematically, they still have a shot at making the playoffs. That game tomorrow is a massive game, because if Sunrisers lose, they can pretty much count it as their season. But Lucknow also need that win to move back into a top 4 position.
Yeah, Lucknow Super Giants. Well, a win is important for either team. I don't know if it's too early to call, but I don't think Lucknow Super Giants would lose this game. Sunrisers Hyderabad, though, I think that hunger to make it into the playoff spots, that is what's going to drive them. They haven't been consistent enough, though, throughout this tournament, and they're missing a lot of big players. They haven't come to the party, really. So Sunrisers Hyderabad have to go into the game tomorrow focusing on getting a win, ensuring that they post a big total if they bat first, and rely heavily on their bowlers to back them up. But it's going to be a good game. I don't think that they're going to get over the edge, though, because their confidence has been so demoralized. But Lucknow Super Giants, of course, Kyle Mears, can't forget about him. He's going to be there. Nicholas Pooran has been having a great season as well. So I think those two, if the two of them can get things off to a good start for Lucknow Super Giants, it's going to be a mountain to climb for Sunrisers and Hyderabad.
Yeah, by the way, Romario Shepherd is part of that squad as well, the Lucknow Super Giants. So a few West Indians in there, and that's my team, by the way. Like I've said,
they're struggling, Ricardo. One win in their last 5.
Last 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a tough last 5 matches, but I think the quality is there. It's just for the players to come to the party. They're match winners. But the truth is, if you look across the IPL, and this is why I think it has been so close this season, I think the teams are closely matched.
I think so too.
They all have match winners in there who can turn up on any given day.
I definitely made the point to Sir Lance Mariah last time when you weren't here. But I did say every team has a group of stars that they can rely on, who can fire
match winners, potential match winners.
Yeah, and
I agree.
That's why I enjoy this IPL so much, because even though we're at this stage where we're winding down, and last time we spoke, Sir Lance, there was a lot of cricket left to play, but right now is rapidly coming down to the end phase of the preliminary round. But I believe that even though Delhi Capitals, who are at the bottom of the table, they still have a chance mathematically to win it. And they do have the group of players who can get them there.
By the way, that won't happen, but I hear you.
Okay, that takes care of our IPL segment. We go to break. On the other side of the break, we talk NBA and the Denver Nuggets, big on the Thursday night, and making their way through to their conference finals. And we have a lot of discussion on what may happen tonight as well, as 2 big teams get into action, GSW and LA Lakers.